Hey you guys, welcome back to Sunshine for the Soul. If you are new here, I'm Cyndi. Thank you so much for bringing your beautiful energy to our community today. And this is all about Sagittarius today. I got a nice little message from Brown-Eyed Girl, a new subscriber, saying that she was interested in the Sagittarius and the Ophiuchus videos. So Brown-Eyed Girl, I decided today that I was going to dedicate this reading to you. I don't know if it'll be about you or it'll apply to you, but just a little token of my appreciation for you reaching out and giving me that cute little message. It put a smile on my face today. So I'm going to open up this reading. We're doing in June the Buzz from the Universe, but I've grabbed my Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle deck card, which is brand new. I haven't done much shuffling with it. And we're going to start off the reading today with an Oracle card from this Cannabis deck, which is really kind of groovy. I'm interested in seeing what we pull. Wow. And the first card I pulled is the matching card to the box, which I just showed you. And it's Spirit. We are starting out your reading today with Spirit. Let me read you guys a little bit about this cannabis deck, which I'm finding so interesting. It says the cannabis plant is said to contain the golden blueprint of humanity, hiding in plain sight for thousands of years in multiple forms. No other plant has ancestral plant spirit medicine and the divine cannabis connection. It says that cannabis played a central role in an ancient rituals, a smoking cup artifact, and charred cannabis seeds dating back to 3,800 years before Christ has revealed that our ancestors regularly used, cultivated, and honored this sacred herb in all of its divine femininity. All right, Saggies, let's get into your reading. So I've got this little guidebook for the Cannabis Oracle deck, and I'm looking up where to find the card and read about Spirit. And first of all, it's page number 77. So as we know, 7 is a divine heavenly number. So you are starting off your reading for June with Spirit being here and the divine number of 7 being right alongside this reading today. All right, it says a single spliff rises out of the cloud in a hand with the message to take action. The spliff resembles the beginning of a project and appears as a living object with the beautiful leaves of the sacred tobacco plant, cannabis leaves sprouting out around it. Beyond the plans in your head, Sagittarius, the spliff shows up when the ethereal needs to become physical. So whatever we have going on in the 5D, we need to bring that into the physical. Spliff people thrive on challenges, just like Aries of the zodiac. My rising is in Aries, PS. And they will pursue every quest with enthusiasm. The crystal castle in the background shows that this is a time for doing and no longer for thinking. The smoke clouds clear, signifying strength, great sensual power, and your psychic energy. Now, Sag, this card could indicate upcoming travel and fewer restrictions in your everyday life. Spliff types are known to bring enthusiasm to every situation, even mundane daily tasks, and thrive on challenges. So this is asking you, is there something that you are stepping out on? Is there something or ideas or a dream or a hope or a desire that you've had kind of in the 5D that you've been working through? And this is all about bringing it into the physical. And for those of you that don't know what a spliff is, it is where you roll tobacco and cannabis together. That's a spliff. For those of you who didn't know, my daughter had to teach me that one. And why it says that the spliff brings enthusiastic, kind of energy to a situation is because you get really tooted off a spliff. And that's all I'm going to say. Onward, forward, motion. Giving away too many of my secrets here today. What deck am I going to use with you guys today? Let's start off with the Cat Tarot deck. My Libra readings yesterday were pretty interesting, and honestly, I've done a Fucus and Libra so far this month, and it seems like I am just running a constant twin flame collective energy within those readings. A Fucus was about coming in, wanting to communicate, having coffee, and then the Divine Feminine's opinion on what she felt about that. And then Libra turned out to be, the part one was all about communication again. And then the second one turned out that this Knight of Cups that was coming in was a King of Swords in the reverse in the past, and had some sadistic little personality traits that it looked like they were trying to heal from. So if you have not checked out a Fucus or Libra readings, even if they don't apply to you, it is the ongoing running twin flame collective coming out in my readings right now. I don't start them off that way. It just seems to be what I'm picking up at this moment. So with that said, Saggies, let's see what we've got here with our kitty cat tarot cards. We're just going to open it up and say, universe, spirit, what is it that you want us to know? What is it you want us to see about taking this step forward and maybe, putting something into action and knowing that spirit is with us along the way? All right. I've got the Seven of Wands. I've got the Lovers, and I've got the Knight of Cups to start off with. That is not bad. We've got the Lovers right in the center of this read, and if you're thinking about taking a step forward when it comes to maybe romantic love, this could be platonic love, this could also be love of ourselves. So Saggies, let's see what else we can find out about these energies and pull some clarifying cards. All right, Sag, so Seven of Wands in the Cat Tarot deck. The meanings and symbolizations are slightly different than any of my other decks. It is kind of a unique deck. I'm just now starting to use that. So for the Seven of Wands, it's saying, Sag, you're no stranger to tenacity and perseverance at all costs. Some may even call it stubbornness. Sages, do you find yourselves to be a little stubborn? All right. While you may be outnumbered by your enemies, rest assured that your position on that high precipice gives you the distinct advantage. So you see our little cat here is up on the shelf and giving him like that upper hand because he's looking at things from a higher advantage when it comes to his enemies. It says stand your ground and you'll have no trouble battling them over the edge. You have the upper paw. Rest assured, you are in full control. We're starting off with the act of taking action in something that was in the ethereal world for you, up in your mind, up in your dreams, and putting it into action. And then this is the universe saying that you may be a little stubborn, but you've got the upper hand here. And this is all really, really positive energy. All right, let's clarify that Seven of Wands. And I've got the Ace of Pentacles. Let's get one more and see what we have here, Sag. This deck is pretty This deck is pretty stiff. Let me make sure I say that correctly. Oh my gosh. It's new. And I'm like I said, I haven't worked with it much. Okay, and I've got Justice. Looking back at the Seven of Wands, it's also, this is how we fight our struggles. This is that you're willing to fight, that you stand your ground when it comes to doing the right thing in your life, when it comes to taking action. It's like know when to hold them and know when to fold them. So we're looking at the Ace of Pentacles here, and the Ace of Pentacles is all about, this is bringing into the physical. This is about career, work, finance. It could be about abundance. in the sense of, abundance isn't just about materialism. Abundance can be we have a good base of friends. Abundance could be that we have a lot of self-worth and we're abundant with ourselves. The Ace of Pentacles in the Cat Tarot deck says aces are about new beginnings and gifts, and this one is especially fortuitous. Good things lie ahead, Sag. Happiness, contentment, and getting your paws on what you desire. If you have a specific goal in mind, it's a good time to move forward. Just remember, when a hand reaches out to offer you a gift, don't bite it. So you're taking action here. You're standing your ground. Spirit is with you. You're taking those dreams in the ethereal and you're bringing them into fruition, into something in the physical. And the universe is supporting you here in this new beginning and giving you that little side tip saying that if someone does offer you a gift, don't necessarily bite it. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. And a lot of us are so, as a Virgo, I'm a Virgo in 4 places with my rising in Aries and my Venus is in Libra. But I was all about doing things myself, so independent, had very hard time taking help from other people. Until last year, I got bit by ticks and I got very sick from Lyme's disease and Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Long story short, I ended up in a wheelchair with no other choice but to learn how to rely on other people. Not to bring me water, to help me to the bathroom, to take a shower, to put my pants on. I could not do anything for myself for about a 6 or 8 week period. I was completely immobile. The bacteria had ravished my body and did a bunch of nerve damage. Gladly, I am recovering slowly from that. That's neither here nor there. The reason why I'm saying this is because I was humbled, deeply, deeply humbled by that mentality, that stubbornness, or I'll just do it myself and I don't need anybody else. I mean, I swore that was the way that I should be, but the universe humbled me and made me see that's kind of a defense mechanism, from wounding. And so if we're going to be oneness, and we are oneness with everybody, and we're building a community, we have to learn to accept helps and gifts from other people and not be embarrassed by it. I'm super embarrassed by compliments. I have a very hard time accepting compliments. I'm starting to be much better where I just turn around and instead of overthinking it, I just say thank you very much. I appreciate that. I honestly look at that and understand how good it feels even for that other person to give somebody a compliment. I mean, that's equally give and take when you build somebody up like that. When you open up a door and you say good morning, your hair looks nice, or I love your shoes, you smell really good, sir. Those are all things that just little tidbits in society that at one time we were so good on doing that. Now, you go up north, no offense, I'm from up north, but when I go home, I come into Danbury, Connecticut, and I'm on the highway doing 75 in a 65 zone. And I know I'm home because I get flipped off. First thing on the highway, I'm getting the bird left and right because I'm doing 75 and not 90. So the Ace of Pentacles, this new beginning, this is the universe saying, if you're going to take this action and you're going to move forward and you're going to try to bring something into the physical, you're going to manifest, you're going to create, when somebody offers you help, don't turn it down. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Okay? The Justice card is next. And it has a cat biting a hand. You guys, look at this. I just said in the other card, don't bite the hand that feeds you. And then you have the Justice card. Both... Oh my gosh, I didn't even see this when it first popped out, so I'm going to take a picture so you guys are looking at both of these cards. Here's the offer, somebody offering to give you the treat. In our house, we call them teats. And then in the other number 11, the Justice card, the cat is biting the hand. So let's look up this Justice and see in the Cat Tarot what this means. This is so fun using this new deck. All right, Saggies, where the heck is this? Just because the hand feeds you doesn't mean it doesn't deserve an occasional nip. So what? It's okay for somebody to nibble but not to bite? What are we talking about here? This card reminds us that actions do have consequences and cause is followed by effect. No surprise that the card is associated with cautious, measured Libra. This is Libra energy. Fairness will prevail, so play by the rules. So just because the hand feeds you doesn't mean it doesn't deserve an occasional nip. Be prepared and don't be surprised when you do let someone come into your energy, when you do accept help, that not every situation is going to benefit you. This is all about when we fight for something, we have to be discerning. When we want new beginnings, we have to be discerning. So taking action and putting yourself out there, if this is in a romantic situation, next we've got the Lover's card. This is saying, to be discerning, to be open, okay, but be discerning. And if you guys check out my video, it's black and white. It has to do with conscious dating tips for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I did a reading for myself where I literally asked the universe in guidance process questions and said, what is it in me that has to change or transform so that I can have a healthy, intimate relationship with a partner? Because most of my relationships in my life have been dumpster fires because they were all learning. I had so much healing to do. I mean, they were all lessons, and I can see that now. But now I'm ready for that healthy relationship. Now I've done the healing, and I want to integrate these lessons. So if you guys are, single or you're getting back out into the dating world, go over and check out that reading about conscious dating tips, because the universe really laid it out for me, and one of those steps in there was to learn to be discerning. Okay? Big. As we spiritually awaken and our intuition and our psychic gifts come back online, our clairvoyancy, our telepathy, our intuition, part of that is learning how to be discerning and reading other people's energies, seeing the signs and understanding, and then where to place somebody in your life. Oh, you're not good enough or you're bad. It's just how much energy and trust are you going to put into a person, especially when you first meet them. All right, so the next card out, Lovers, number 6. The lovers back in the sunshine of perfect harmony on a day undarkened by clouds. This is illumination, joy, happiness. It says love, like sunshine, can scorch you if you stand still too long. Burning love is exactly that, and embers require tending. Remember, this card is often associated with choices: yes, no, stay, or go. Are your ears burning, Sag, or are your feet getting cold? So this Lover's card is saying, there's an energy here of taking action. This is an energy of fighting for what somebody wants. And this is saying, you want this lover's connection. You want this perfect harmony where you're sitting in the sunshine and you've got this burning love. Okay? So you're making a choice whether or not, yes, I'm gonna go for this. No, I'm not going to. And it looks like, Sagittarius, this is you, or this is an energy in your realm. You can turn that around to how it fits. But either way, this is someone taking action, wanting to come into the sunshine. Let's get some clarifying cards on the lovers. All right, Sag, clarifying the Lover's card. What do we have here? All right, we have the Magician. Number 1 card. This is Major Arcana. This is the Master Manifester. This is someone that alchemizes the 4 elements and brings something into fruition. You see the infinity symbol over this kitty cat's head. And let's see what we've got on the Magician for the Cat Tarot. And Saggies, if you notice here, we've got Justice Major Arcana, Lovers Major Arcana, and Magician Major Arcana so far, this is a lot of big energy. All right, so the Magician in the Cat Tarot says that the Magician straddles 2 worlds. One paw reaching skyward with 2 more on the ground, signifying the work of creativity. So that's being grounded, but yet that's also being in touch with your intuition and your spiritual side and tapping into that creative source energy. This is the magic of everyday invention. The circular snake reminds us that this is an infinite process in which matter is never truly created or destroyed, just transformed. And we know as energetic beings that we cannot be created or destroyed. All we can do is transform. Playthings represent the 4 elements and the 4 tarot suits, all the material needed to make magic or art. Add wisdom and purity represented by the red roses and white lilies, and the spell is cast. So if you're trying to manifest, if you're taking action and you're trying to create something in your life, possibly with a lover, this is all about, preparing. It looks like it's kind of preparing yourself mentally. It's saying, we talked about being discerning and, knowing that we may get bit a little bit, but, it's trial and error. You meet somebody, kind of feel them out a little bit. Is there any red flags going on here? Is there anything that looks like it's going to bite me? And then it says, we get to that next point where it's like, okay, we've gone through the screening process. So far things are going good and we're starting this new beginning. I'm willing to fight for something. I'm willing to take action. And, the magician comes in and says, this is how you manifest. You manifest by clearing your blockages. You manifest by taking your desires and adding intention to those desires. And then you imagine and you create what that would look like. You think about it in your head and you envision how that manifestation would come to life, right? And then you let the universe do its work. You give it that energy. When I'm manifesting something, I try to touch on and do an affirmation, kind of once a week, but sometimes it's once a month if it's something big. It's okay to reaffirm to the universe, yes, I want this. Yes, I'm working towards a healthy, intimate relationship with someone and I am manifesting my goals. It's all about, tapping in and using these energies to our advantage. Once we spiritually awaken, we realize, oh shit, I'm an energetic being and I've been functioning as a human having a spiritual experience, and really we're a spiritual being having a human experience. And when we start to learn that we're energy and what the moon cycles mean and what the lunar eclipse mean and what all the zodiac and tarot means, that opens up a whole new world that's been hidden from us as a society for a very long time, for us to be able to know, understand, and know and learn how to use these energies that the universe is providing us, is our connection. It's our blockages that separate us from that energy. It's never not there. There's just so much garbage and preconditioning and belief systems and family belief systems that are piled on top of us. And when we get to a point in our life where we're like, why do I even believe the things that I believe and where did they come from? That kind of happened to me in my mid 40s where everything I ever knew was because of something else somebody had taught me. So I wiped away everything and I started from scratch and learned what was true for me. And that's taken me down a very long journey, a very long path. And if you look at the Awakening from the Haze playlist, I'm also going to be starting to work on that. And I want to introduce myself and do a virtual bonfire about how my spiritual awakening took place and how I came from a religious background. Not knocking religion, it has its place, but it was a very big transition for me, as I'm sure it is for you if you're sitting here listening to tarot. All right, sorry to get off on that tangent, but Saggies, you got something going on here. The universe is guiding you, knowing that you're going to take action here, but it's in support. This is giving you some tips on how to move forward in this situation. And you see the next card out is the Knight of Cups. He's got his little head in the bowl. I'm dying to know what this means in the cat tarot because, like I said, this is very different from the normal tarot meetings. I mean, some similarities, but yet not. All right. the Knight of Cups shows up when there is a declaration to be made. All right, so like other decks, a declaration of love. The Knight of Cups invites you to look at your beliefs and goals to figure out if you're on the right path. Oh my gosh, and what did I just say about figuring out what are your own beliefs? Where you stand? Is there any self-sabotaging, limiting belief systems may have stopped you in the past from moving forward in a relationship? Maybe going towards a lover, maybe expressing your emotions and making a declaration of love towards somebody. Wow. So the owl, you see the little owl there, and owl symbolizes wisdom. So take a good hard look into the wisdom that surrounds you. Maybe not too hard. Nothing is less wise than getting one's head stuck in a flower pot. So that's how the cat has its head stuck in a flower pot. So through imagination and knowledge, you can find your own true path. Emotions reign, let them, and don't be so quick to judge others while you're on this journey. We're not all going at the same pace. Some people are stuck in looping, ending cycles. They're stuck in self-limiting behavior where there's a fear of change. They can't move forward. And we touched on how, maybe you had a little bit of stubbornness, but that stubbornness, if you choose to get out of your comfort zone, can be used to fight and stand your ground instead of using that stubbornness to sit in that self-imposed prison where you don't change and you just sit in that state of fear, which is very low energy. So Sag, this is very powerful. This is just flowing here. Let's get a clarifying cards on that Knight of Cups and see what we have going on here. Possibly manifesting, a declaration. And I've got the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Let me get one more. And the Ace of Swords. So this 5 of Pentacles is wanting to come out of the cold. Wanting to no longer be left outside in the weather. Wanting to come inside, sit by the fire where it's nice and warm. Sag, you may have a Knight of Cups here, Knight of Cups energy that is on your radar. This could be either you, Sag, are going towards someone and you're the Knight of Cups, or this is energy coming towards you, but it really feels like this is directed towards you. This really feels like this is in support of whatever journey you're taking. And the 5 of Pentacles says, circumstances have changed and financial comfort seems a thing of the past. So what's to be done? In reverse, this says, consider this a firm tap on the shoulder. If you look up, the view will help you clearly assess your values and your fears. Avoid hanging on to stuff from the past while avoiding important matters in the present. Okay, so this Knight of Cups wanting to come in from the cold, maybe they were always focused on their past hurts, the person that broke their heart, in that victim mentality. So this is saying when you focus on the past and you sit in that energy, that woe is me, you're really not looking at the things in the present. You're avoiding living in the now. So this says to take a look at your relationships. They're playing a big part in your circumstances and how you feel about them. So this Knight of Cups is kind of doing a reevaluation of things, learning to get out of that past energy. And it's very difficult not to be in that victim mode. I personally felt that was an archetype that I had adopted very early on as a self-defense mechanism, and now I see how toxic that really is. But I am looking for the Ace of Swords, and we've got Aces herald again, new beginnings, and in this case, the spawning of new ideas, words, thoughts, and plans. So Saggy, you've got 2 aces out. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, and now you've got the Ace of Swords. You are not messing around trying to bring something into the physical. This is something you are actively manifesting. And so you have tremendous mental clarity, independence, and power, and somehow you manage to be big-hearted on top of it all. Just be careful how you yield that sword, your sword of truth. We know swords are about communications and thoughts. Getting your claws trimmed is good for you, whether you like it or not. Be open to new ideas, feelings, and opinions, and they'll find you. So this is, stand in your truth, Sag. Be flexible. Be open. This is telling you to evaluate your belief systems. Make sure they are your beliefs, your personal beliefs that you've arrived at, not somebody else's. This is really a very nurturing reading, like in support of you moving into this new energy of taking action and creating something. Whether you're in the Knight of Cups or in the Magician energy about a romantic situation, this really can apply to anything that you are working to create in your life, whether it's a relationship or this is a business or whatever it is, something within you. This is the universe really supporting you and guiding you and walking you through these steps. And I really didn't get a whole lot of, other than the Lover's card and the Magician card, there really isn't. Well, we've got Cups too, the Knight of Cups. So this very well could be about love, taking action in love in an intimate relationship. Let's ask, taking these steps forward, universe is kind of giving us tips of what to be aware for. Make sure we have our belief systems in place. And again, if you go back and you look at those conscious dating tips, one of the tips in there was to make sure you have your anxieties, your worries, any fears from the past actually healed within you, and that you're not in a real burnt out stage of, going right into a relationship maybe after doing all that healing. It is perfectly okay for you to take time to be by yourself. It is perfectly okay for you to love being in your own energy. I cherish my isolation now. My whole life was always spent, moving from one thing to the next, this project, that project, person, situation. I never sat home. I never sit still. I was always traveling. I was always moving. And now I'm really learned to sit still and to value this time of kind of, peace and serenity. That's what you find when you move to the Blue Ridge Parkway in the Blue Ridge Mountains. There's nothing but peace and serenity in these quartz-filled, highly metaphysical mountains that I live in. And if you have not visited the mountains, you should come check it out sometime. All right, so let's ask the outcome, the key, the result of this action that you're taking, Sag. This forward moment of being in balance and creativity and knowing your worth and being discerning. And this is fantastic energy, Sag. You really are making moves in your life. I don't have any Sagittarius in my chart predominantly. All right, I got nothing out of that deck. I'm going to go to my Santa Muerte deck and see, because I shuffled through that deck twice, you guys, and I didn't get nothing. And that's a Romance Angel deck, so I really wasn't sure that we were talking about romance here. This could be applied to absolutely any aspect of ourself. I have on my vision board healthy physical, mental, and spiritual relationships in my life. So this is included in all aspects. So if it didn't want to give me any love oracle cards, this could possibly be about something else. All right, so we're looking for the outcome, the key, Sag. Where are we going forward from here? What else does the Sag need to know? And I've got the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands, is a crossroads choice. It's a fork in the road, Sag. It is having to decide based on your passions and desires which way you're going to go. Which path are you going to take when it comes to manifesting? You're going to have some choices, it looks like, Sag. Yeah, guys, sorry if I'm repetitive and trying to build the story. When you do it on the fly here and you're just learning how to do it on the fly, it kind of keeps my thought processes together. And I know sometimes I sound repetitive when I'm repeating and summarizing, but it's easier to do that as you build. And I'm sure I'll get better and quicker at that as I go along. I am fairly new to all this. And we're asking outcome, key, result. What about this choice? What kind of choice is Sag going to have to make? And that flew out. And another ace. That's the third ace, you guys. Now we've got the Ace of Wands. So in the physical, Sag, wow, Very powerful energy. You know, the Ace of Wands is the card of creativity, just like the Magician. You know, wands are about our passions and desires. So we have got, this is, like I said, the third ace. Aces are creating something in your physical world. This could be in love, a new beginning, passionate, sparking up a new passionate connection, or trying to re-spark the passion between two people if this was in love. We've got a lot of new beginning energy here, a lot of creativity energy. The Ace of Wands could also be an aha moment. This is things being illuminated. But honestly, Sag, this is the ability to manifest anything. This is the universe saying to you that you have choices to make, and we are the creators of our own reality, which means you have it within yourself as the Magician to manifest any new beginning you want. There is nothing that you cannot have. Very encouraging from the universe today for you, Sag. And all these wands are passions and desires, and these aces, and you know, this is beautiful energy. All right, let's get one more here. Let's see what else we've got. So you're going to have to make a choice based on what you want to manifest. And I've got the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is Earth element, Capricorn energy. Again, more pentacles about work, career, and finances. I still really think that this could be about something other than love. This is, you know, passionately creating something. What do you have going on, Sag, that you are in the works of manifesting? This Eight of Pentacles is saying that you're finding your soul's purpose. You're mastering a new skill. You're being patient and determined. You're methodically going through the process, and you are dedicated to this task at hand. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Sag, you have got it going on here. So your result outcome, or your key of all this building energy moving forward in your life, this is all forward progress. This is not looking at the past anymore. This is having that healing done. This is tidbits of what to look for as you move forward. Again, in my own life, I've gone through a time of spiritual, mental, physical healing, and now kind of coming out and integrating those lessons, you know, wanting to get back out into the dating world, if it was about, you know, love for you or about intimacy, you know, just learning how to apply all these things and then being discerning. And this is just beautiful. Like it's saying you're going to have a choice to manifest whatever you want, that whatever you dedicate yourself to, Sag, whatever you set your mind to, you have the support of the universe, obviously sitting right here. All the support you need to go after that dream, to fulfill that desire, to have that beautiful, healthy, balanced interpersonal connection and intimate relationships with others. You know, because once we find our balance, once we internally heal our wounds and clear out that blocked energy, source love and light comes in and it fills us up, and then it just bursts out of us with all this creative energy, all these new abilities to manifest. And the universe wants us to use those abilities. The universe doesn't want us to sit back and continue to sit in isolation. It's saying, get out there, live your lives, love as hard as you can, be passionate. You know, when I die and I transform into my next realm, whatever that is, you know, I want to come in like a dumpster fire with my hair on fire, rolling in, discombobulated, having had the best time that I could ever have had in this human experience, and just love every aspect of it, you know, even the pain, the suffering, the past. I have never been a person to live and have regrets, and I'm not going to start now, because Earth is school. It's the school for your soul, where you come down here, you enter a human vessel to have experiences, to learn lessons, to gain knowledge and wisdom that feeds back to source, back to that collective energy, light, and love that we are all part of. We're all one. And our spiritual awakening is about us coming into that understanding that we are not separate. We are not separate. We're not separate from source, and we're not separate from others. We all live in that same beautiful light. All we have to do is unlock those blockages, do that healing, and then learn how to use that available energy to us. And that's what tarot is about. It is about, for me, I'm not here to blow smoke up anybody's ass about relationships. I'm here to use the energies of tarot and teach how we can better understand those energies and use those energies to fulfill our life's purpose. And for you here, Sag, it looks like that you are finding your soul's purpose, that you are making moves, taking action, and I love you for that. You are beautiful, beautiful souls for moving forward, and the universe is going to bless you with a ton of love and abundance. And I'm seeing 444 right now. That is interesting. And I'm going to end this reading. If you dug my vibe and you want to hear more, please subscribe, like, share. Give me a comment. Let me know where you're from. I'm starting to get comments from people and really love interacting and hearing about your stories. And Brown Eyed Girl, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I loved your little message. Thank you so much for being so encouraging. And you guys have a wonderful, beautiful day. We'll see you at your next reading. Peace.